What's up, you guys? Mr. Sark here, joined by
Hundar.
We're in sunny Pasadena, California. We're at Adhesive Games, and we're going to be talking to the people behind Hawken, the mech game that's had everyone astir. Yeah. For how long? It's been a few dozen
Older than my
years.
Parents,
yeah.
basically.
Started off as the seed of an idea in two nerds' minds.
Yeah.
And now there's a warehouse of nerds making the game. We're going to talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's going to be great. I got a lot of questions about mechs.
This place needs some posters, though.
Yeah. This place needs an actual mech.
So far, the interior design, I'm giving it a 2 out of 5.
Yeah. I give it a 1 out of 12, actually.
I'm going to go with your scale.
Sorry. Hey, let's learn about Hawken. Hundar here. I'm hanging out here at Adhesive Games. Walk me through sort of how you got started on this project, and was there something about it that you knew, like, oh my god, I want to work on mechs, or someone on the team that you knew you wanted to work with?
Well, getting into this industry, I was a huge fan of Kang Lee. I mean, he was someone that inspired me to kind of get into this field, and I loved drawing mechs as a young age, and he kind of helped aspire, a lot of generation of artists like myself. So I had the nerves to contact him one day, and we were talking, and he eventually asked me to come out to, look at what he was working on for Hawken. And a couple months later, he decided, hey, why don't you come join my team? And I literally dropped everything I had, went straight on board, and I just started working a few months later.
So in the beginning, it was just concept art. You were like, I want to make this into a game.
Yeah, just concept arts, and at the same time, UDK came out, available for public use, and it was great to be able to, coming off from Masa, we knew how much work it takes to build a game engine. So this time around, we're like, you know what, this UDK, the Unreal Engine is a great piece of technology, and we just want to focus on making a game instead of making technology.
Obviously it's a smaller team. You guys have more of an indie vibe for it. Were there things that you knew that you didn't like, that you wanted to distance yourself from in terms of creating a new work environment for this new game?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to keep it small. Everybody has like a defined function. We wanted like for the development side, like a very, very flat company, like people aren't off managing through sub-managers and then it has to go up and down the chain, and where everybody works together to make the best project they can.
And what's sort of the general tone like here? I mean, obviously it's a smaller team, and sort of like what's a normal work day like? Do you have sort of that free time to sort of like, oh, here's some ideas I'd like to take to you, or things just
Absolutely. So we come in here every day, with everyone kind of trying to gravitate towards the main vision. We all have different ideas, obviously, but our main goal is to try to make the best mech game as possible, and Kang being our creative leader and just making sure that we all push towards that one goal, it's been really, really, really nice.
So you guys released that snippet of gameplay that got everyone talking. How big is the team now as compared to then, and how far along is the game now as compared to when that first video came out?
Your question about the team size, I think we grew from 9 people on the second video. Now we're at around 20 people. It's still pretty small. I mean, we still only have 1 animator to this day. The game was definitely built to make it feel as cinematic as possible. We want to get that sort of visceral feeling of driving a machine, and to capture that. And hopefully, I think the first video sort of captured that, so we got a lot of good response, and I think that's what put us where we are today.
How much, in terms of like creative freedom, do you have, where it's like, obviously you have someone who's had a sort of a creative vision, but you want people to maybe explore even some of their ideas in your own way? How's that sort of set up here?
Well, Kang and the rest of the guys, they kind of created a tone for Hawken, and just to kind of make sure that everything is fairly consistent. And with the other concept artists and myself, we kind of work collaboratively in a way to kind of expand on those ideas. So it's very broad in terms of how far we can stretch our ideas, but Kang kind of ties everything together and makes sure that everything is consistent.
Did he come in with specific influences that he knew that he sort of wanted to have their touch on this, or was it more of like, I want to take this in a completely my own direction, not necessarily?
Yeah, we have some artistic influences outside of the team. There's Moshkin and Krager, who's a Japanese mech designer. His name is Kao Yokoyama. He has a huge influence on a lot of the aesthetics that we've implemented into the mech designs, and some of the other stuff like aliens, some of the UI, the tone, and things like that.
What are you anticipating to be the free-to-play model? Is it like pimp out the mech, paint jobs, that kind of thing, or
a lot of it will be the visual customization. And at the same time, I think we're going to follow the same model as League of Legends and Team Fortress, where because I think the stigma for free-to-play is pay to win. So we're making sure that that's not the direction we're taking, and everything will be very well balanced with each other. So everything you pay for, you can also earn.
Do you guys get a lot of pressure in terms of like, oh, well, we want to make sure that's never free to play, but like, oh, you know, our publisher or someone up, you know, who's helping the project along says, well, you know, what's the line on this? Or you guys always sort of had the freedom to decide, like, we want it to be like this from day one. This is the way the project's going to be, and this is what we would like.
Creative control, we basically have it. It's one thing with the route we went. We didn't like go to like a publisher, existing publisher, and have them give us money and then have milestones to meet.
Well, the game looks amazing. Thank you so
All right,
much
thank
for
you.
chatting with us. I'm going to let you get back to work. These guys are slammed out there. We're basically shoehorning these interviews into little windows of time when they're available. But you rock. Game looks great. I look forward to running the beta the end of this year, 12/12/12.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Thanks, Kang.
All right, thank you.
All right, cool. Well, I feel like I learned a lot about myself, about mechs. How are you
Yeah,
feeling?
I'm looking forward to this game, actually.
Yeah.
I'm tired. It's been teasing the Dioc for too long. You know what I mean?
It's time to get your dick wet
Yes.
soon. Very
I want to
soon.
bone this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be sure you guys click on the annotation on the screen or the link in the description because you could be one of the first to play Hawken, which is awesome.
And there's a chance for you to win 2 tickets to PAX Prime, which is actually sold out right now. So
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. On us.
On us.
Come hang out with us on us.
It's coming out of our wallets.
Don't come hang out on us, though, because that would be,
Maybe.
that's
mean,
an invasion of space.
well, if they're polite about it, they don't
Or
smell.
if you're sexy,
If you're sexy.
if you work out. We should get back to the office.
Let's do it. We're gonna go to the office. Bye.